Hey there, this is Damir from Fibonaccis-Traders.com. Today's video we will go over requests from followers. We have 25 names, so like, subscribe, and let's get started. First on our list, AMD, major downtrend, lower lows, lower highs, all the way from November 21. This trend line is holding, and if we look left, every time price touched this trend line, it bounced back to the upper trend line or very close to it. Let's see if this time it happens. Failing to do so, 50 and 45 will be next. BAC is next on our list. Bank of America, we do have some kind of a double bottom here at the 30 area. We need to wait for validation, and this validation will come only daily close above the 33 area, managing my risk and my position according to the levels. Next, BAH. Long term, we do have here long term uptrend, higher lows, higher highs, but here lately since mid-August we do have here short-term downtrend with lower highs, lower lows. So if you're not long yet, wait for a bounce from this trend line or close above the 100 level. Boil, natural gas leverage ETF, careful with this one. We do have here a double top. Also, we do have here some kind of a head and shoulders for the pattern lovers out there. I'm not a fond of patterns. So, if you are long on this one, this will go down. This one, next level of support is the 44, then the 38 and 33. Careful with this one. CMPS is next. We do have here on the long term higher lows, but here we do have this retracement all the way to the 618 level, trying to bounce. If you're not long, wait for a daily close above the 1210 area, managing the risk according to the levels. Initial stop, for my opinion, should be below the turn 35. Coin, lower highs, higher lows on the short term, lower highs on the long term. Price is getting tighter and tighter. If you're not long yet, I would wait for a break above this one here. If you are long already, so you can manage your risk and make this trend line as your stop. ENPH, we do have here higher lows, but again, for the pattern lovers out there, we do have here some kind of a head and shoulders. So if this one here validates, and if patterns do work, and again, I'm not a fond of a pattern, so it will go all the way to here, closing this gap, and might see back to 182 area. Keep this in mind. GDX is next. Lower highs, lower lows. Now we can see that the 26 area is a major resistance area. So if you are not long yet, wait for the 26 and this downtrend line to break. Price break above. HUM next. We might. This is if you're long, so you can make this trend line as your stop according to the levels. If you are not, so maybe wait for a close above the 515, or you can also wait for some kind of a pullback, maybe again touching this trend line and bouncing back up. Intel, nothing really for the long side, guys. If you're long, congratulations. If you're short, congratulations. We do have here a drop Nothing to see on Intel for the long side. For the short side, we could see breaking another level of support going to 22. LLY is next, showing relative strength since July, also since March. This area here, the all-time highs, the 334 is a major resistance. I would wait, if you're not long yet, I would wait for this level to break above, or we could wait for a bounce off the trend line, the long trend line, long-term trend line, which is this one. Wait for a bounce and then we can go long. LVS, Las Vegas Sands. We do have here on the short term broadening formation, failing to break, price failing to break above. Long, if you're not yet long, so wait for a break above this trend line. But it also can go all the way retracement to the 38 area or to the 37 area and then go back up, or even might go all the way down. Just follow price and use the levels to manage your risk. MU, semiconductor, long-term downtrend. If you're looking for a long position, wait for this downtrend price action to break above. I prefer also break above the 56, 58 level and then go long using levels to manage the risk. Netflix is next. 251, major resistance area since this gap in April. August tried, September tried, October tried, failing and failing and again. So if you're looking for a long position only above the 251, maybe we will see a bounce again. This area of the 213 is holding in the short term, so we might get a bounce and break above. Again, follow the price and follow the SPY also. Next, NTAP, downtrend on the short term, downtrend on the long term, but we can see that the 62 area is holding. If you're not long, wait for a break above 69 and use levels to manage risk. NVDA is next, semiconductor that doesn't want to stop go down. Long-term downtrend, same as AMD. Wait for a bounce, maybe a bounce off this lower trend line. If it fails to hold and failed to bounce, 105 and even double digits for NVIDIA. OMC is next. We can see some kind of a potential double bottom here, maybe above this trend line. It goes all the way to 82 back, but it's still early, so we do need to wait for validation. And we can see that the 62 area is a major support. PLTK, downtrend all the way from IPO at 36. If you want to go long, wait for this short-term downtrend to break above the 11.4 or even above the 12. Use levels to manage your stop. PayPal is next. Let's see what PayPal holds. We do have here a bounce of the 50 retracement level, and we do have here also a downtrend, very short-term downtrend. We do have here this lower trend line that holds the lower lows, and we have here the upper trend line that acts like a resistance for the lower highs. So if you want to go long, only a break above this trend line. RIVN is next. Basically, we can see that it's moving sideways since early July. We have this kind of a box here. Long breakout, short breakdown. We do have here also this trend line that now acts as a resistance. Before it acts like a support, now acting like a resistance. So again, long only above 41 area. Shop. Another one that doesn't wants to go up. We do have here this box here that hold since May until it broke late September, tried to bounce back, failed, and the way down looks very promising. If it breaks below 26 area, it will go to 22 and so on and so on. No long at sight. SOXL, also a leverage semiconductor ETF. Careful with these leverage ETFs. Now we can see that this area here, the 8.8 is holding. Let's see if it keeps holding and bounce. For me, if you ask my opinion, and it's not an advice, just for educational purposes only, I would wait for a daily or even a weekly close above the 12.5. SYF. Let's see what it holds. Short term. If you want to go long, wait for a break above this trend line using levels to manage your risk. We do have here this area of the 27, 28 area. We can see maybe double bottom, but it needs to validate. And again, wait for validation. Don't rush into any trade until you have clear validation. In this case, again, above this trend line. Tesla. Double top, which validated very nice since our Twitter and since we got it on Discord. Now, next level is this one here and 210. Let's see where it goes. V is next. We have this low here. If you want to go long, I would wait for a close above 190. Until then, bulls are in control. Guys, if you want to participate in next weekend chart request, please follow my Twitter. Here, this is my Twitter, links in the description below. Also, make sure to join our Fibonacci-Traders community on Discord. Also, link will be in the description below. If you find this video helpful, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you next video.